Hey, I hope you can hear me. This is for Leo, and there's no specific time frame. There is. Sorry, I'm really distracted by the song that was in my mind earlier. It's the title of your reading. It's called Sad, Cheesy, Disgusting Love Song by Jane Lore. You might want to listen to it. So, the thing I got before I did the reading, and I pulled a few cards before, and I don't know how to explain this to you, Leo, but there's a lot of awkwardness around you. Like a lot of awkward energy. I don't know what you're doing, if you're going to like a job interview or you're going to talk to somebody. Oof. I don't know, but take a deep breath and just be here and let's figure this out. Whatever you need to know. If you don't know what you need to know, or like you don't know what to ask about, just kind of clear your mind. Feel your heart. You don't need to think about anything. Just feel, pleasant and comfortable. Okay, card number 19. It's called Parasite. So someone has been obstructing the way you see things, the way you process things, your mental space, and in turn how you have behaved physically, with all the color red being the root chakra, how you've behaved in the physical material world. There has been I just heard toxoplasma, that thing that makes the mice run towards the cat instead of away from the cat. It's kind of like that. Something made you run towards the cat when what you wanted was to not be near the cat because you were the mouse. This could also be something that you've been eating. You could try some remedies or see, get some medical help. But I'm feeling more that this is an energetic parasite. 19 goes to 20, and then the new moon. It's about a connection. Oh, the new moon, a connection between two people. The lining of the moon. Look at that. Like it's two people connecting to each other, but one's light is facing away from the other one's light. Because one is being illuminated, one's darkness is being illuminated by the other one's light. It's kind of like an energetic connection between someone you have in your life, where their presence in your life keeps you from seeing something. And this has been going on for a while. The advice here, what I'm hearing in my mind, in my heart, to tell you is, you know in your heart what the right thing is. If anything is giving you confusion or room to create constant benefit of the doubt, or give people, permission to cross boundaries with you just because they hold family titles or friend titles or any title. Like, don't let those words in the physical world or titles in your mind obstruct what it is that's actually happening. I'm noticing this braid here and this overgrown ivy coming through the hair. It's like something that just keeps growing and intertwining itself all over you. And the more it does, the more complacent feeling is almost like what it is. Like you're getting comfortable in the delusion of whatever that parasite is making you think. And it's utilizing the right side of the card, the body of the right side. Like in the card here, the person, no, sorry, their left side. Yeah, because that's the right side. Okay. Yeah, their left side, their feminine side, the left hand side. They're using something like, it could be sex, it could be motherly energy, it could be like a best girlfriend kind of thing. It could be someone who, like a card reader, or someone who's like in a position that you think is illuminated somehow. Because I'm noticing the light back here, and then the parasite is in the front in the dark. It's like the light, something about them makes you feel comfortable in a way where you avoid seeing how that person is using that comfort to drain you energetically. Parasite. I saw in my mind a cobra, like, it's doing that little spinny thing and then striking its foe. And then the prey can't move because it's paralyzed by the venom. This feels like you've been paralyzed emotionally or mentally from being able to connect something together, because this other eye is closed and the left eye is completely obstructed by this parasite, and there's no action being taken. It's just stagnant and constant thinking, because you're not looking forward to go anywhere, to do anything, and you're not moving. And it's this red energy, which is the root chakra, very sexual, very materialistic energy, that's keeping you preoccupied internally, and what you're feeling externally is the comfort of that red glow. You know how when you're by a fireplace it feels comfortable, but sometimes you don't realize how close to it you are, and you like send your arm here, like here. It's kind of like that. In order to get rid of any parasitic energy, okay, your thoughts and your emotions have to be the same. It's like a 16-second neural network interruption pattern. The more you can hold your thought and your emotion together in 16 seconds at a time, while remaining in your heart space, not in your head. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know everybody's different, but to be more emotion based instead of thinking about what to do and then doing it. Like, you got to kind of flip it, because the balancing is off. There's way more mental things happening and way less emotional and action things happening. And that's because of that parasitic energy. So to fix it, you got to start feeling more. It's kind of like what, also maybe something you're eating, like you're not eating enough food that contains natural light, like vegetables, fruits, leafy greens. Yeah, look, that left eye is messed up again. It's like being illuminated. 7, the sacrifice. You're becoming really aware of something you've sacrificed because of this parasitic connection. It's being illuminated to you. The moon is being expanded more. And now the character has armor on, so you're feeling more defensive about what's happened. The background is lit up more, so you're like the sun has risen in the background, so things are being made really clear that this thing that you thought was going on was only going on in your head, and you only thought it because this thing planted a seed for you to think that. It's kind of like somebody putting a seed of doubt into someone else to mess up their relationship. Now you're aware of who put that seed there in the first place, and you're like, whoa, that person screwed all that shit up. and you're feeling defensive and blah, 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 right? Well, the trick is don't be vengeful. Instead, sacrifice the parasite. Sacrifice the need to be defensive and be vengeful and get revenge or whatever. And instead, cleanse yourself. Like, wash yourself clean of all of this parasitic energy and the need to defend yourself from it. Just wash it clean. Raise your vibration. Make better choices and do the right thing more often so that you're simply not on the same vibrational scale as that parasite. You know what I mean? Like the difference between, let's say, what's a good example? Okay, the difference between walking to the gas station. So let's say you're having a really low vibrational, 10 minutes, and you go to cross the street. In those 10 minutes, you're probably going to get stopped from crossing the street by 1,000 different ways. The sun glares, there's cars, there's traffic, there's kids crossing the street, there's a bird flying, there's like somebody in a Batman suit jogging. I don't know. There's everything. But then, like, you start laughing and you're having fun, and you notice the birds and the sunlight and the people laughing and having fun. And then, boom, the traffic's gone, the vibration's raised. The thing that was there obstructing it is now somehow illuminating where you can do better in maintaining your vibration so that you're not on the same wavelength as parasites. Get it? You don't fight fire with fire. You don't take a sword and battle a dragon. You learn how to talk to the dragon, and you simply remove the entire need for conflict. So be aware that there's a parasitic energy. Don't fight it. Become better. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay. You're not alone in the world, Leo. You're not alone. I used to know a Leo who was so emotional. But every time he would allow his emotions to come out, he couldn't express them the right way. So it would overwhelm him. Don't be like that. You're given permission to be a better person every minute of the day. Now let's see what else you need to know. I hope this is clarified for you, but if it comes up again, we're going to address it. Because I think this speaks a lot about your physical health and your environment and the people around you. Okay? It's time to really open your eyes and see who you've been surrounding yourself with. And stop making excuses for their behavior. And let's see what else you need to know. Sorry. I have recently really accepted the fact that when I drink coffee creamer that's made of dairy, I start sounding like a frog. And every time I make these videos, it's usually right after I drink coffee in the morning. I think I need to get the coconut coffee creamer instead. Anyway, what else is Leo need to know? Not this one. Okay, not this one. Which one? The funny one. Okay. Which one's the funny one? Oh, this is fine. Yeah, that one's great. Okay. There we go. I love this deck. When I got it, I thought it was going to be bigger, like a regular size deck, but it's like a mini one. And I think it's called the Modern Tarot. I don't know. It has a card in there that cracks me up. So it was okay. Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles. I want to say some of you, but we're going to, like, even those of you that this wouldn't apply to, there's still some way that this message is going to be relevant. So I'm going to just say the message how it's meant to be said, okay? And then you guys can apply it however it applies. You want to return to something and put work into it with someone. Six of Swords in reverse, going back to something. Three of Pentacles, to work on something together with someone else, a collaboration. This could be something you used to do before, something that you used to think about, that used to bring you happiness, thoughts, and swords and water. It could be maybe a hobby you had before. If there's people involved, because there's 5 people altogether, one of them being you. So really, I guess 4 people, because it would be you in the next picture too. So, well, why do I feel like there's an extra person that's not pictured? Okay. It's such a clear message. I don't know how else to word it or color it or anything. It's wanting to return to something or someone, person, place, or thing that involves one other person, but it's also somehow going to involve yet another person. So let's say this is someone that helps you realize something, and they bring you, like a friend that gives you a ride back to, I don't know, your friend's house, your other friend's house or something. Or like you're picking up your kid from school and you're bringing them back home. This is someone or someone or someone's, one or two people working together to bring someone back to something they used to do before. And doing that, it brings in someone else that it's like the next step. I don't know how to explain it. I'm seeing it so clearly. It's someone getting in the car and they're going back to a place they used to go to. And then suddenly there's someone else at that place and they're like, oh, hi, this is my friend so-and-so. And that friend is someone that's supposed to work with you on this thing that's going to make a lot of money. It's going to be a really valuable investment. I don't know how else to say it. But it involves going back to something. It's like seeing something the way you see it now, with it in front of you completely naked, instead of what the parasite. Oh, after you remove that parasite, you're being asked to go back to something that you looked at before very defensively because of this armor. And instead of looking at it defensively, look at it as it is there in front of you, naked. You see that teacher? Like, I'm looking at that teacher, and that's what the energy I'm getting. This teacher's like, okay, first you were looking at this with one eye, and all these leaves and branches and all this fucking toxic shit in your way. Now that you've cleared all that off and you got your spiritual armor on and you know what the fuck's going on and you know that you've been messed with. You found your Achilles heel. Now Spirit, God, Source is that your guides are asking you to go back to something that you left before. And to see it this way, with both eyes. And then to really tell yourself, like to draw it in front of you, what you're really seeing, to really get it in your neural network, kind of. You see these wires, but they're just weaves in the tapestry. It's reminding me of like timelines or rings on a tree or like a neural brain network kind of thing. Like the highways, right? You know, the tree thing, like patterns, things. You got to change the way you remember and the way you see things with what's actually there, not what that thing told you was there. Yikes, Leos. Oh my god, what are you doing? What a weird energy. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like someone just recovered from something. Like maybe this is farther ahead in the timeline. Someone recovered from something and like it was something that they thought they couldn't recover from. Like a someone learning to walk again after being in a wheelchair, you know, for like however long. Something like that. Like you're going back to something and now you're doing it differently because of this fucking parasite that left. Whatever that parasite person, place, or thing was. Maybe it was just a place or a job or like a belief system. Maybe it was somebody you were sleeping with or someone who, like a. I keep being drawn to the left side, but the red light. The light on the left side doesn't really show. You notice that? It's just kind of gray and blue, barely, and that's mainly from that. So, yeah, Walmart does cool stuff sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, Leo. Dang it. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else about the Six of Swords and the Three of Pentacles does Gaian need to know? Page of Cups. Can you see that? Page of Cups. Queen of Cups. Eight of Cups. Ooh, Two of Cups in reverse and the Death card. Oh no. Leo. For some of you, I don't want to keep saying for some of you this, for some of you that, but it really is because it feels like look at how I'm putting cards in a little staircase. For some of you, it's different. There's a very few bunch of you where like you're gonna go and extend an offer to someone, a Queen of Cups energy, someone, you know, all the stuff about the Queen of Cups, right? But it's like you're going just to kind of make things right, and it's because of this Two of Cups in reverse down here. Like you're not going to, like you're not expecting anything. You're just going to make things right. For others of you, you're going to extend this offer to this Queen of Cups energy, but she ain't having any of it. There's something about this Queen of Cups that someone wants to return to and extend an offer to, but there's like this internal fear of rejection, like Eight of Cups and Three of Pentacles, a fear of people walking away from that which you want to work on. And that, you know, it'll have you going back to making more offers, and then being, at the, like, having that offer you just made be held there and be like, oh, is this a good enough offer or not? Like, there's something internally about some of you that has you really, like, you never learned how to get over rejection. And you're gonna. I'm looking at this in a really like pinpoint kind of way, because it's not just about rejection, because some of you aren't going to get rejected. Some of you are going back to someone to make an offer to work on something together, and this person takes this offer and you both walk away together towards a different future, completely different reality. Like, look, this person is walking away, but there's all the crystals and stuff there. Okay, you notice that in the corner? Like, he or she is walking towards a bunch of crystals. Look at all these seashells and stuff, right? You don't know what else is behind her. Look at that. It's almost as if this person is walking to the back of that Queen of Cups' chair. It's like, regardless of what you do, there's something you want to work on, and the outcome for those involved is some go together, some split, some are like friends, Page of Cups, social acquaintances. Either way, ugh, I'm really attempting to be gentle with this. This is called doing the right thing. Like, it feels like somebody in a relationship, like, used to be in a relationship with someone, and they're going back to make an apology, but somebody else is like, no, I don't want anything else. Thanks for the apology, though. Others decide to work together. Others become friends. Others, like, have the love story of a fucking lifetime. Because underneath the Two of Cups in reverse is a Death card. So that changes. It's a change to that reverse of Two of Cups. So two people come together. It really depends on this Page of Cups, this communication. Because you got to think, whatever this Queen of Cups energy is, if this is even yourself, your emotional feminine side that was tampered with by this parasitic energy, the like inner wounded warrior, right? The warrioress. Even if you have even if physically you're able to impregnate instead of be impregnated, like, you still have this high priestess kind of Queen of Cups, emotional, motherly, nurturing, cuddly energy inside you. There's a balance coming in with that, but it comes in really small and really not as mature as someone who has leveled up in a emotional intelligence kind of way up to a queen. In between the page and the queen is the knight. So the page is basically like baby King Arthur pulling the sword from the stone, just learning how to be a squire. Like, it's someone who just found this cup out of nowhere. It's not someone who went on a journey to get it, right? It's just someone who's blessed, or a messenger of some kind. It's a very basic kind of offer. It's like a coffee date or something. That's not what this person cares about. What this person cares about is the thing in the cup. I want to be told, like, I want to tell you that, like, how do I say this? Oh my God. Someone should tell you that no matter what you look like, act like, or behave like, the way there's a thing I saw on Facebook. It said, be the person you are in private life, personal life, and social life. Be that person all at once. So I can break this down in 1,000 different ways, but the basics of it is you want to go back to something, to work on something you used to do before. It involves someone else and a message. So whatever you're going to experience, probably within the next 3 days, 3 hours, it's going to involve two people. Someone teaching you something, someone showing you, clarifying, guiding you, someone bringing you somewhere. And then there's a focal point of who you are communicating to. And then by nightfall, or by the third night, 3 cups up here, one of them with you walking away, probably, because there's 1 cup missing. It's the 8 of cups. But if you already walked away, that means you found your fulfillment. So you are the 9th cup. In correlation with this parasite and sacrifice that some of you have been healing from or dealing with, or now that you're aware of, you might want to check what you've been drinking. There's a lot of cups in here, a lot of upside down swords, and a lot of like people staring at this naked lady. There's something weird going on, honestly. Whatever this you know what? I want to get clarity on this. Clarify this parasite. Knight of Wands in reverse. Look at that. This is someone, Leo. This is someone of a fire sign, sun sign, I want to say. Could be, it's definitely not an ascendant, but it could be an ascendant, actually, because they're learning to be a fire sign. So maybe their ascendant is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or their sun sign is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Most definitely. Because this person is learning how to embrace this fire energy. Or this person's a whore. Like legit succubus, incubus kind of energy. A parasite and the Knight of Wands, bro, you don't get more slutty than this. I mean, the next slutty step with this would be like the Queen of Wands in reverse next to it, like, or the High Priestess in reverse. Like, this is the Knight of Wands is the number one cheater. Okay, like this person thinks their fire, their energy, their tactics, their behavior, their thought pattern, their stank, their duty, don't stink, that their everything is like lasers, like they're super sharp and they're super fucking awesome. But really, they're just a teenage boy or a teenage girl that's really horny and doesn't know what to do with it. That's that. So that's definite clarification for you. Maybe not for who this is in your life. This parasitic energy, if it's within you, it has definitely something to do with your sex drive. It could be maybe completely underactive and not functioning whatsoever, or it could be overactive to the point where you might have gotten something and you should get medical attention. If that's not it, then there might be somebody whispering in your ear for you to do really shady things that you don't want to do. And you've been doing them because you've been on a downward spiral because of all the different things this thing has already made you do. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of cups. There's a lot of armor. There's a lot of swords. People going back to things. And here's your card, Leo. And look at the side of her body that's messed up. It's the same side that the parasite messed up. Look. That's messed up. Someone's been screwing with you for a long time, Leo. I saw the Six of Swords at the bottom of this deck too, but I don't want to talk about it. It just feels like I feel irritated for you right now. This person with the left hand side, left hand being feminine energy, okay? This person, like, even if they have a penis, they use like emotional manipulative sex kind of thing. You know how like when you're angry, or when, like in a movie when someone's really angry, and then instead of like having a conversation, the person just kisses the person that's angry, thinking sex will solve everything. Or like this person, if it's a non-sexual relationship, this person messes with your sex drive and your ability to function in the physical world by involving lots of cups in your life and speaking. Like, their advice to you is to do the thing that brings out the Knight of Wands in reverse energy. And you're seeing that now. You're seeing that the path you've been led on because of that parasite brought you into a version of yourself that you didn't like, and you stopped that transformation right there. Like, it didn't get any farther than that. And you're like, nope, this is not what you are. So some of you have discovered this already, and you've stood your ground and made better boundaries. Others of you are just about to realize this, and you're just being illuminated with this light being shown on there. Hangman at the bottom here. Some of you are just seeing this now. There's so many ways you can help yourself too, from like eating better food to spending more time in nature, meditating more, drinking healthier water, changing the things you drink and eat. Like, switch it up a bit. Take some responsibility with your actions. There's so much water here, but no fire. And the fire is ass backwards because of this parasite. The left-hand side, what I was saying about this is it can be a female figure in your life, or someone who uses like a sister who uses her role to manipulate you into making stupid choices because she's jealous of you. Like, that's the role this parasite took. Maybe it's an energetic parasite and it took that role in a lot of different people in your life. And you notice the same behavior in a lot of different people, hence the 8 cups you walked away from. So maybe you are the Queen of Cups, but your sun sign or moon sign or something is Leo. But really, you're an emotional, intuitive, homebody type of person who takes care of everybody. And you're just tired of the shit and you want to be done with it. Because there's so much bullshit going on. And it's like you don't even know how to Six of Swords in reverse, Eight of Cups upright. You don't know how to go back to something or how to walk away from something. It's like your heart's leading you in one direction, your mind's leading in the other direction. But in the direction your mind's leading you, you're still going through the emotions. You're going right back to the cups. So in a situation like this, the only thing you can do is exactly what was being said earlier. To go back to something, to work on something, and to see something clearly for what it is and not what you thought it was. To express something and then to accept whatever is in the cup and move towards something better. So let's see what else there is from this deck. What else do you need to know about this? From the walking away, the Queen of Cups, all of this, what do you need to know? How else can this be clarified for you? The Lovers and the Three of Swords. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Choices you've made and people you've hurt. People you've walked away from. People that have walked away from you. Advice you listened to that all have fucking sucked. I'm sorry, I don't know how else to say it. Six of Swords in reverse, Eight of Cups upright, Three of Swords, and the Page of Cups, wanting to extend an offer to someone, but you think they're going to reject you and walk away because they have choices, so it breaks your heart, so you don't even try. And you think your heart's already so dark and messed up, you made so many choices, how can this person ever fucking see that cup and see anything other than, a blonde bimbo or a immature child and be like, oh, you want me to accept that cup? Do you not see what happened last time? Or maybe that's you. Maybe it's a habit you're thinking about going back to, and you're like, I made that choice before and it, didn't serve me well. But the Strength card here shows that there's something that's been overcome. Some addiction, some internal flaw regarding, or internal thing that needed to be healed regarding a fiery energy that had to do with the emotional support systems you had in your life. It's almost as if the emotional support systems in your life were the ones making you, planting the seeds of this ivy for you to be really not who you are, physically, mentally, sexually, all of it. It's like they were turning you into a cliche. I don't know how else to put it. Strength card next to the Knight of Wands. It's like the cliche playboy learning how to be a husband. These people or this energy kept wanting to keep you in the playboy bachelor life. It's very weird. I don't even like it. Over here, Six of Swords, reverse, going back to something. Three of Pentacles, seeing something clearly, working on something together. Extending an offer, a gentle, simple, hey, coffee type of thing, whether it's to yourself, something you're taking very easy, like you're making peace with something, you're looking at something that used to really bother you, maybe somebody you really loved, or you thought you loved, but you're seeing the parasite that it was. I saw this thing on Netflix called Ragnarok, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's this one part where there's something really, I'm not going to spoil it. There's something really gross, okay? But it's endearingly gross. Like there's something in your life, now you're looking at it as an endearingly gross thing, like somebody you, I don't know, maybe it's a behavior, maybe you used to drink a lot, you're looking at how much you used to drink and you're like, oh my god, look at all those empty bottles. Like, nope, that's not me. And the lovers. So some of you are making peace with an ex and moving towards a different relationship, and you're worried that there's going to be pain. There isn't. I'm not going to read this in all these different ways because the message is so clear, and I think you know this. I mean, look at it. Starting here, going back to work on something, making an offer, getting an offer, contemplating an offer, really checking your emotions with it, deciding to walk away from something to choose to go towards something else that involves pain. It's almost a test of your bravery and confidence within yourself because of the strength part. Like, do you know what you want enough to realize that where you've been, to leave that is going to hurt? So are you ready to handle that pain? Regardless of what choice you're making, but regardless of which naked lady or naked dude you're looking at. You know, this one here, this one there, that one there, it doesn't matter. Regardless of what's in that cup, your internal Queen of Cups, are you ready to handle this reality of what you've been put through and what others have put you, all that, and what you put others through? Can you handle the reality of this? Enough to be able to remember the fear of rejection earlier, like this person maybe didn't get chosen by the angel and they're walking away. But these two are chosen by the angels, so they're like starting the new garden or something. Like, are you okay with being the one that gets left behind? Do you love yourself enough to be like, oh, I love myself enough to be able to do this, and better myself? Or are you someone who doesn't even take the opportunity? They just kind of cower away. And then they sit there regretting that choice and they, one bottle after another or one joint after another or something. The Lover's card is that it's a divine choice. It's something that changes the course of your life. It's like pruning a tree. That branch is never going to grow in that same spot again. Are you sure you want to cut it? Like, you have no idea what's going to grow on that branch or what's going to make its home there. So this choice you're making that was being made by the parasite and parasitic influence before, now you get to make it by yourself. But check yourself first, Queen of Cups. Check your emotions. Make certain that it's what you want. It's not what you need to feel better. It's not what you think God wants for you. It's not what you think society is going to think is good or bad or, how it should be. It doesn't matter if it hurts. It doesn't matter if it's, something that other people think you should leave behind. It doesn't matter if it's what other people think you should go towards. What matters is, does it feel like home to you? Can you be this naked with this person, place, thing, hobby, behavior, mindset? Can you be happy with that? Even if it costs this to get to that. Can you walk through that storm knowing that you're going to get to this once you get clear of the storm? See how that bird's flying and clearing the storm with it? See these raindrops? They're going from gray to blue. It's like, if you want something, the only thing keeping you from it is your own thoughts that have you not going in the direction you want to go in. King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You've been overthinking this greatly. And if I've been over analyzing this reading, the only way you're ever going to really know what the fuck to do is when that situation comes up for you and you decide to fucking do it. The choice you should really make in that moment is this the right thing for you to do? Can you live with the consequences? And does this make you a better person? Because someone's going to get hurt no matter what you do, no matter what anybody does. So you not doing something is also hurting someone else that you probably have no idea about. You doing something is probably going to hurt someone that doesn't want to lose control of you or that doesn't want to see you go. You know, maybe it's a job, maybe it's well, what the fuck ever. Point is, the Lovers and the Star. What the fuck do you want? If you stop thinking about it, if you stop coming up with all the memories in your mind about this, or all the possible scenarios, or all the coulda, shoulda, woulda, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Really, when you strip it down completely butt crack naked and an angel comes out in front of you and says, what the fuck do you want? There's wishes. You get one. Hurry up. Are you going to sit there and going and be like, well, this and then that and then this and then that? All the time this angel sitting there going, yeah, okay. But like, do you want that apple over there or no? Because you can't reach it and y'all are going to starve. I can give you that apple. And you're like, but that means I got to spend time with that person and I got to be doing those, you know, whatever that hobby is. I have to, you know, be drinking that fucking medicine for a while. Or like you got to go and travel long distance or from sands to water to mountains, beaches. I don't know. There's distance. There's so many fucking excuses. Oh my God. And then there's so much like stuff that's been screwed over based on this parasitic energy. It keeps going back to this. Like something's really screwed with your ability to see things. So what do you need to know about this? Ace of Wands. Freaking grow a pair and start taking care of your body, your wand, your spine, your genitals, your voice, your ability to command your life. Stop letting other people decide when you accept love in your life and yourself. Like, that bitch is over there stuck in her fucking mind about what the hell she's gonna do, and she's not even realizing the friendships, the family love, the marriage, the true love over there being offered. She's like, I hate everything. Like, why? The fuck? Like, you get all this beauty, all this power, all this, you know, whatever, and then all that love and youth and beauty and family and, you know, celebrations and blah, blah, blah. And then you get a fourth cup. But the only reason the fourth cup becomes bad is because there's something in that mind that says no. When if that mood was different, she'd reach out a hand and grab that cup, wouldn't she? And be like, thank you, now I got 4. But it's almost like she's like, oh, but then there's going to be 5. So I don't even want it. Well, all right, bitch, stay at 3. Is anybody else still staying at 3? No, they went to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, yeah, it's going to hurt, but it's an opportunity to do the right thing. Like, you're going to have to be a better person eventually, right? To yourself or to other people. This parasite screwed with your wand and had you seeing something, like, had you not seeing something that was there, like, had you missing opportunities. All I'm going to say regarding STDs and spiritually transmitted demons is they are a thing, and you should really not only go get medically checked out, but you should, like, get a spiritual cleansing. Like, really look into getting someone to help you with that. Like, go to acupuncturist, go to a shaman, spend time in nature for sure, and get checked out. I mean, if you've had sex in the last 6 months, get checked out. Not making you scared or nothing, but I mean, come on. Parasite next to the wand. You guys know exactly what that means to you. From people using their wand in a parasitic way, from people being parasitically attached to your wand. In this Four of Cups, this parasite energy prevented you from seeing the offer that was in front of you. Look at that little heart up in the corner. See that? This parasite prevented you from seeing it. It used a stick to distract you. Someone got distracted by someone's peen. 9 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. Being afraid to work on something. Being tired, wanting to lay it down and just give up. 5 of Cups. 10 of Wands. Or you can look at it in a different way. Despite being wounded and despite whatever the fuck happened, you now see clearly what this parasite was preventing you from doing. So regardless of being hurt, wounded, and blah, blah, wang, you're going to put the work in because you want to lay down the burden and the armor. 10 of Wands, sacrifice. Because you're tired of looking at those fucking 3 cups and being like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. And being like, bitch, I still can. She's not, like, standing there for a while, is she? Like, there's barely any footprints. She's ready to go. Those 3 cups are knocked over. She ain't having none of it. Nope. She took that cup and went off, got love, and doing her thing. I don't know what to tell you. 9 of Pentacles. This other person's probably already in a relationship. Good. Anyway. 4 of Cups. I'm sorry, that was weird energy I just picked up on. I do not want to know about what that was about. But in case it's a relevant message to somebody, if you guys are cheating on each other, please stop. Like, get off my channel. I will not be of any use to you if you're cheating on someone. Okay. An hour. Okay. Leo. You're intelligent. You're smart. You're wise. I don't see any swords here because you already know the truth. That's why you're kind of feeling like Humpty Dumpty, you don't want to deal with it. There's something you really, really, really want to do that you weren't able to do before. The revelation of this parasitic energy has provided you with the Ace of Wands. A new momentum to say, screw all this. You're taking that wand, adding it to your 9 of Wands, putting in the work with something, because it looks like a message or some kind of you're working on something, which puts the burden of grief down. Ten of Wands, Five of Cups. You are done feeling that way. This person is done feeling that way. This armor is being sacrificed. It's like she's even wearing black, like sacrifice it, let it go. Let go of even the anger of it. Start immediately channeling whatever energy you're feeling into something productive. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You're being given an opportunity to create something out of this parasitic energy. It's like a transmutation thing. But you have to choose immediately to stop feeling those negative emotions. Take charge, take action. There's a thing where it's like if you miss somebody, call. If you want to see something, go drive to it or take a bus to it. If you want ice cream, go get ice cream. Like, stop denying yourself happiness. Even if even if you're so tired and you're so overworked and overburdened with emotions and nobody really gets, and there's so many offers showing up to you and blah blah blah. Whatever this offer is, this idea, this energy, this momentum, if you follow through with it and really cleanse your body out, the way you eat, drink, sleep, who you have sex with, people around you, really take inventory, take stock of what the fuck's going on in your life. Start eliminating subscriptions on your news feed, start clearing things out, get rid of stuff in the house. Maybe if you have stuff that's like not yours, like give it to who they are. Like maybe you borrowed a toaster or something, or like someone left a pillow there. Get rid of that. Like give it back. Return to sender. And then look at what you're sacrificing. Grieve for who you've been. The person that got you through that experience with the parasitic trader energy. The thing that tricked you into seeing something that wasn't there, or that tricked you into not seeing something that was there. You know what I mean? It could be anybody, but it feels like a feminine energy or an energy that uses emotional manipulation and sex. There's a lot of cold blue and red. I keep trying to read all these other cards, and I keep being drawn to that parasite. Like, dang, man, that thing is all up in that creature's head, in that guy's head. Manifesting all sorts of stuff through that person. Leo, you create your reality with your creator. You know this. What I'm talking to you about here is stuff that goes on through your head and your energy field and your interactions with other people. To me, these messages in my life apply in almost a non-existent way, but looking at it as someone else's life, I can see how it can apply to my life in certain areas. And I'm telling you now, from personal experience, from messages and downloads I'm getting from God, guides and the higher selves and all that stuff with all these titles and names that don't mean shit. Because it's just you and your creator and different aspects of you. I mean, really, each tree is part of Earth. So you can name all the trees differently if you want. They still grow out of the same soil. You create what you want. Someone has been manipulating your life using your genitals or your money or your emotional ability, like your emotional intelligence. They lied to you. They made you feel defensive. They made you be defensive towards people who you shouldn't have been defensive towards. Empress card at the bottom of the deck. We're not going to get into any Empress, mother, sister, wife energy. This being, this parasite, it could have been in multiple different energies, maybe 9 different people. Could have jumped. Could have been like a energetic virus of some kind. I don't know. It made people manifest bullshit in your life for a long time. Like they used you like a battery until you didn't care anymore. That was because you didn't care. Something happened and you didn't care. You stopped caring at some point about something. And in doing that, it allowed this thing to take control of that energy and use it. Now you're being given that energy back, and you have to use it the way you want to use it, because now you will be held responsible fully for your actions with that energy. So remember the Six of Swords earlier. You're going back to something, but you're not going back to it as a beginner. You're going back to it with full clarity now. You're not going back to it as who you were. You're going back to it as who you are now, seeing clearly. So maybe it was a job you had previously, and this thing, maybe there was like a lot of drinking involved, and you started screwing up with this job. But now going back to this job, you're going to do fine because you have a clear mind, you know? Maybe it's time to get into rehab for some of you. I feel like I'm talking to a very few group of people, like enough to be sitting here. It really feels like heartbreak. Like I feel sad. There's something you really want to do, like something or someone you want to talk to, but there's no swords. You don't even know how to talk to this person. Maybe it's like some place you used to go to and you don't even know how to go see that place anymore because it just makes you cry. Or maybe it's like reading your favorite book. Like I've been wanting to watch The Last Unicorn for a while, and I haven't because I know if I watch it, I'm gonna cry. But I'm watching other stuff, and I keep crying watching the other shit, and I'm like, God damn it! I'm gonna watch The Last Unicorn and then watch fucking X-Men and I cry. Fucking cried at X-Men, dude, the cartoon. One man's worth. That episode gets me every time. You know, I left this card in the deck for a reason, thinking that it would never really come out. And now it has in reverse. It says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. And it's in reverse. So someone really fucked with you. Maybe the initials M or W have something to do with it. They really fucked with how you see reality and how this happened and blah, blah, blah. That's all you know all this stuff. I don't have to go over it. Maybe family was involved, 10 of Pentacles. They had you not seeing your worth. Okay, we established this. You know that you have to do things differently. Be aware that if you do things differently, when you don't feel like the badass you are, you're going to manifest more of this shit. So start imagining who you'd be as the ideal partner, as the ideal employee, employer, whatever. And manifest as that person. Like role play, you know, like pretend you're that person manifesting something. How would that person feel? Because you're still healing from this. So you're still manifesting and you're still healing. But since you don't really feel like a badass, you don't want to manifest situations that are going to make you feel less worthy of yourself. So what do you think you should be doing? What do you think? What should you really do? You know what you think you should do. What should you really do? What's that? Strength, Two of Wands, King of Swords. I'm gonna put this to the side because you're gonna need to come up with the strength to get out of your comfort zone to make a decision about everything in your life. This involves a major arcana and a major court card. Like, this is something that you really need to decide on within your life that you're not going to do anymore, or that you're going to start doing. This is a, cutting with a sword decision. This is you taming that inner feral lion, the pride, to get out of your comfort zone to make a decision. As advice, yeah, you're going to need to really be way more vulnerable, way more open, honest. Again with these Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. Leo, what did I name this title? The cheesy, disgusting, sad love song? I don't know what to do with your energy right now. How can someone be so... please don't take this offensively, but it's kind of offensive, I guess. I mean, if somebody says it to me. I get that you've been hurt, but this indecision and remaining in your comfort zone, which is feeling negative vibrations, it's as if you're your own parasite. Like a battery that's leaking over itself, or something, like a overflowing a coffee cup, Like, it's a waste of your mental faculties. All over shit that it's like ancient history, like it's ancient Greece over here. This person's like in the Nordic winterlands in Valhalla over here, the freaking clouds. This person's on a different planet with crystals. This person is on a friggin' water world with concrete and cement instead of sand by the beach. Like, what the fuck? This person's on a bunch of sand right next to the beach, but there's no, like, rocks anywhere. And then there's a city in the distance. Like, all these different versions, all these different timelines, all these different energies and things going on in your life. And the advice to you is, get the courage within you to get out of your comfort zone, to make a decision, to really fucking decide on what it is your heart wants. Think about it this way. If you're sad, like, we're going to do this in reverse. If you're sad about something that you can't decide on, you don't know which path to go to. One path leads you out of your comfort zone. The other path leads you into a comfort zone of something that is repetitive. By comfort zone, it could be the way you think, feel, eat, do, whatever. Or even the way you think about somebody. The way you remember something, the way you want to do something in the future. I'm noticing her left leg being crossed in front of her right leg. The past keeping you from moving forward into the future. The right hand in front of the left hand. Your actions preventing you from thinking with your emotions, but subconsciously your emotions, due to the past, are keeping you from going forward. You can't see what you're going through or what's going on around you, but you're holding on to something internally. So there's something you want to do, but it's like you're thinking about it so much to second guess yourself to not do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking so much in this reading, it's almost as if I'm like trying to talk myself out of something. I don't know how else to explain this to you. Like, to really simplify it, do it or don't. But the more you're sitting there, like, with that love song energy, like, what are you getting done? Nothing. Time is wasted doing nothing. I don't know who this is for, but if you're going to do something, you got to do it. You usually, especially with aces and readings, it's like you can feel the energy. Like when somebody comes and talks to you, or like you get a phone call and they're like, oh, we're calling to give you this opportunity. Call us before 24 hours is up and let us know. Or you get a letter that's dated like you must reply before 7 days. That's kind of like an Ace of Pentacles, right? You get a letter in the mail that says you get this check, please cash it within 7 days. Or you get a phone call, a Ace of Swords, and this person's like, hey, I have this job interview, or there's whatever, you bought the house, you sold the house, whatever. You get an Ace of Wands, it's like, hey, you want to meet up for arts and crafts, or booty or some shit. I don't know. Ace of Wands can be a lot of stuff. There's Ace of Cups, like coffee dates, true love, and you can feel the difference, right? Between each and every circumstance, each and every elemental variance. If you don't decide to do something while you're still sitting there making the decision to decide, are you with me? So Betty Boop over here wants to do something, but she's sad. So she's thinking about what to do and going deep within her emotions to do something, figures it out, and then, is like, okay, now I got to do this. But in order to do that, she needs the strength to do it. But in order to get the strength to do it, she needs to be this person to do it. She can't be this person to do it. So before she can make this fucking decision, if she's making it in this state, she ain't ever going to get to this state. You know what I mean? And if she makes a decision in this state, she's going to pretty much regret it later and be back into this position again. He or she, whatever. Look at this thing she's holding in her hand. It's like I thought it was a cell phone, but it looks like a mirror or like a ticket, but there's no writing. It's like a piece of mirror, like a glass or something. It's pointing almost to her heart. What does your heart tell you to do? Not this heart. Not the wah sand near, the JJ heart. Not that one. And not this heart that's torn between past and future. But the heart you have that sees your shadow and your light, your vulnerability, the part of you that sees and has been with you through everything. Your God, your father, mother God, your deity, your higher self, that person, that energy, that stillness, that peace. Have you, like, there's roses here, I'm noticing. Have you ever just sat there, and smelled a rose bush while you're sitting and like really close to it with all the different rose petals everywhere? It smells heavenly. Like, bring yourself back to the basics of a lion being at peace in the jungle. Make a decision from that. Don't make a decision from this person you were because of this thing that had you behaving this way. Any other advice for Leo? Again with these three, the Lovers, Queen of Cups, and the Star. I just heard the thing you want wants you. So again with this Queen of Cups and the Star. Ugh. Leo, this could be just for a few of you. I don't know. And I know I've said this a lot, but this is different. This is something else. The choice you're making between two people in your life. Well, one of them might not be. What is that romance angel card? Your soulmate differs from your usual type. One of them is not your usual type, but they bring you great destiny. I want to put it that way. It's like faded almost. The other one is a nice distraction, but it's a distraction and you know it. This whole thing you've gone through with this parasite is to help you discern the Strength and the King of Swords. I almost said King of Cups. Now you're going to be tested with that discernment, with what your heart really wants. Do you really want to keep making choices from a place of pain? Do you really want to get in another relationship while you're broken and hurt? Or can you accept that you can heal while you're in a relationship with someone? And maybe some others of you, can you accept that you could be in a relationship with someone who might be a little broken? You know, they've been through some shit and stuff. So, like, what do you want to do is solely reliant now on you. But you're being given a choice to make. And it's going to change who you see yourself as going into the future. Like, that was one of the lessons you were supposed to learn previously. The choices you make shape who you are. Now you're being given another choice that's going to shape who you are and who you're going to become. This tree has apples. This tree is basically burnt. This tree is off in the distance. You can't tell if it has apples or not. There's no land here. This is just pure emotional fulfillment, gratification. So the choice for you, the advice for you with these, choose the path for yourself that is going to bring you the dignity and healing within yourself as who you are as a person and a co-creator on this earth. Make choices that have you feeling like you belong to fucking paradise. Like that card in the Magic of You deck over here. I think I see it peeking out. What is this? Commune with the source. I thought this was you belong to paradise over here in this pile. Get in there. It's time to make decisions based on you being your vulnerable, authentic, true self. Not the wounded version of you, not the this or that version of you. Not the one influenced by parasites, not the one who did all the bad stuff. Like, none of that matters anymore. What matters is that you do the right thing by you, not by what they think you should be doing. And there's another procrastinating energy here. I'm feeling like, stop procrastinating on whatever it is you're doing. You're standing on an idea and you're allowing previous and other people's opinions to keep you from doing what you know will make you a lot of money or will bring a lot of peace into your life. Quit letting other people tell you what to do unless they're telling you to listen to your heart and to be in alignment with your mind and to do no harm. Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, a feminine, nurturing energy that is very manipulative and uncaring. He or she uses multiple different methods, multiple different birds to cause. Look, I thought there was a bird in the background. That's a person back there. Ew, there's blood back there. Look at it. Can you see it? Look. See, this Queen of Pentacles has been causing a lot of stuff behind your back. Who's this Queen of Pentacles? This feels like a different energy, Leo. This Queen of Pentacles is spying on you. She's maybe getting readings on you. And then using that information to manipulate you. Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, crystal ball, holding on to a pentacle. Or maybe this person who's like all about money. It's like hoity-toity, so fancy. Behaves like this, like a spiritual yoga teacher or something. Or like a, a card reader or something. But in reality, she's just like an actress. And she's pretending to be that to give really shiesty advice, the Five of Swords. See that? Wait, let me put it the way you see it. Hold on. Dang it. Yeah, costume change. Whatever this person has done in your life has prevented you from reaching and communicating with something and someone that you're meant to be communicating with. Again, with the Lovers. For some of you, this is someone doing weird, shady shit to keep you away from somebody. Look, for real, the Hermit. Someone doing shady shit to keep you away from this Lovers person. This is two major, this is two huge cards. The Lovers and the Hermit being screwed with by a Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Seven of Wands. Oh, God, are you kidding me? What's the advice here? Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So, in order to put this weird-ass Queen of Pentacles energy to bed, the advice for you is the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I'm going to attempt not to be a cliche card reader. You would like to express an offer with someone else. You would like to join with someone else for something. It could be as simple as a phone call, but it's physical, tangible. You're being given the opportunity. Remember what I said earlier. It's like a time-stamped opportunity. Because after a while, you're just not going to care anymore. And then momentum has to move again. So there's something that has spurred your interest, an opportunity being given to you to quite literally hold hands with somebody, like maybe shake hands with somebody for business, maybe like, I don't know, go see an old friend or something. Lots of rainbows, 2 different like skin colors, a bunch of tattoos. Or maybe there's a tattoo, I don't know, there's jewelry. What is that? Yeah, there's a pinky ring, and then there's a gold ring on the middle finger. I don't know, what's the rainbows? The funny thing is, all this variance between these 2 hands, but the colors they make are the same. The water is the same. You're being given a gift to connect with someone really opposite of you, really not even opposite, like wildly uniquely different than you. And together you guys are going to create so much of what is already in both of you. See that? What's in both these hands that are completely unique to each other is creating something that is able to be seen and perceived by a lot of other people. The reason I'm saying I'm really going to try not to be cliche about this is because it seems like some of you are in a position of a true union, but it requires you as a person and the other person to meet up as new persons instead of previous persons. Like, you're both so unique that you can't possibly grasp what the other person's about, so you're just gonna have to do it anyway. Like the Ace of Pentacles, like it's right there in front of you. You're just gonna need to do it. If it turns out one way or another, it doesn't matter. At least you know, right? Like you at least took that pentacle. You at least planted that seed to see if it's gonna grow into a fucking tree. Like, oh, I feel so impatient. As a reader, I can tell you Ace of Pentacles and Two of Cups, even at its most basic, boring, like mundane, I hate it kind of level, it's at least a nice package from Amazon from a really cute delivery driver. You know, it's at least a really nice conversation that has you inspired to maybe make a piece of jewelry or something. Maybe it's like a paycheck you just got and you're going to a dinner date with someone. It's an opportunity for a new thing between 2 hands that are totally opposite and unique. And they're coming together to create something that's going to create something else. So think about it in another way, like maybe Coca-Cola coming together with Pepsi, and instead of being something completely different, they actually create something that's like Pepsi Cola. It's already been there anyway. I don't know how to explain this to you. It's 2 things that were coming together to make something that kind of like should have been there, but it's already been there. But it's new, but it's already in there. Like, I don't know. I heard the chair cracking, so maybe it's something that's like a door, like a creaky door that's being oiled. So the door is like not squeaky anymore, it functions better. Maybe it's a new water filtration system. I'm seeing that. Maybe two people that are like, I'm seeing two people sitting in one of those swan boats and they're paddling through a bunch of water. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Leo, let's get you a final card because this is a lot and it's heavy and it's emotional and you're dealing with a lot of stuff. Yeah. I get it. But the bottom line is, can you make a decision for yourself without letting the past or possible futures get in your way? You know, can you do that for yourself? Just because you don't want to think of what if anymore, or what coulda, or what shoulda. You want to clear that out. Bro, you reading what that says? God speaks to us through people. We are ambassadors of grace for one another. Love, dance, devotion, trust, and imagination, and compassion. Love, share your heart. To love one another is the ultimate expression of grace. Dance. When we ask for guidance, take action, and put our faith in an outcome we can't yet see, we've begun to dance with grace. Devotion says, stay connected to the divine. Pray, express your gratitude, or ask for help out loud. Make the practice of devotion a daily habit. So instead of being devoted to the past, be devoted to imagining a future where there's trust. The more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find that the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose. And imagination. Life's difficulties are a call to consciousness, a grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. What was I telling you? The Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity that's going to show up in your life, and you're going to need to take it. And the decision you're going to make is really reliant on you being your past self or who you want to be. And who you want to be can't be based on who you don't want to be. So just because you don't want to be sad, you can't be making decisions that are instant gratification. Just because you've been too forceful doesn't mean you can be a doormat. Effervescence, cultivate love. The number 5. So think about bubbly champagne. Now, instead of looking at the bubbly champagne and waiting for the bubbles to go away, what if you hold it to your nose and feel the sparkly, bubbly, tingly things? It's doable. You can find the number 4 in the number 5. See that? Before you get to the 5, there's the 4. The key is within your grasp. You just got to look at things a little differently than you used to. Flash over. Because 11, things are different. It's all in your head. The past is in your head. The future is in your head, etc. is in your head. You're co-creating reality. So what do you want to co-create? You can co-create the same stuff as the past, or you can co-create something different. You've learned the lessons. You've seen the parasitic energies, parasites. You've seen the truth. You know the truth. You know who you are, and you know the kind of life you want to live. Doesn't mean you know exactly what you want in those areas perfectly, But you have a good idea, right? So, Leos, I hope this serves you. Whatever messages you got from this, I want you to know if they're coming through to you as love messages, maybe they're just about how you can love yourself more, you know? Maybe they're about your sibling relationship or your children. Maybe these dynamics that were expressed in this reading that someone's going through literally, maybe you're going through them metaphorically. Maybe to you, they're stories in a book you write, or they're stories in a TV show because you're just quiet and by yourself and you don't really have a life and you don't really do much yet. And you're just kind of chilling and healing and doing your thing. And that's totally cool. But this reading you watched and you're like, well, that doesn't apply at all to me. Maybe it's like a moment of energy of where you were watching a TV show and you're learning this whole huge thing that's going on and it changed your life. And this reading picked up on that moment and it's reminding you of that. You know, it's something small. God works in mysterious fucking ways through everything and everyone. So you can't really, whatever you think it is, it's going to be different. And in the moment these things happen, you're probably not going to remember this reading anyway. But at least you're thinking about things now and you can take the steps to be a better person for when those experiences come up. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going to keep this for Leo, but I think I'll make it applicable to like everybody. But the message is really for maybe one or I want to say three Leos. I don't know. It's going to apply to everybody differently. But I'm really being shown, oh, 23. Look, there's at least 23 Leos that this is going to be a literal kind of thing for. Maybe in 2 to 3 days, you're going to get rewarded for something, but you're going to need to get peppery. Like you're going to have to stand your ground. You're going to have to speak your truth. You're going to have to change things in your life. I don't know, but it really feels like a bunch of little, like a handful of Leos are going through this reading literally. The rest of you are going through this metaphorically, and some are going through it in ways that I can't even explain right now. I'm gonna go. I'm tired, and that car door reminded me. I'm gonna shut the reading. 2 hours. Yeah, this is gonna be a collective reading. I think that's what this is all about. Yeah, that single Leo energy I was picking up on. It's like the piece of that single Leo's feeling and the decisions that that Leo's making, whoever you are. There's a lot of success coming towards you. But really, 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 really quit making decisions based on the past and how you felt in the past. You're a different person every single second. You're not bound by your mistakes. Take care of yourselves.